Black Compass Media, back live with another one. Shout out to the people that's out there. Everybody's a real special situation we got going on and all that. Driz, what's up?
What's up, bro? How your Sunday going?
Man, everything is great, man. Off this, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things to talk about. But without further ado, I think this should be interesting to say the very least. Special guest on Black Compass Media. Uh, we have from Rare Breed Entertainment's own ARP. ARP, what's going on, bro?
Chip was good, y'all. Appreciate y'all niggas having me, man. Shout out to everybody over there in the Discord too, man. They was bugging out for a second.
Yeah, yeah. It
We
was.
was over there fucking around.
They immediately got at you. They did. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Yeah, listen, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? We throw some little shots back and forth, have a little fun, you know what I mean? Like shout out to all y'all over there.
so we just watched the like I just watched the part two of Math and Serious Jones. I want to get there.
Crazy.
I do. I want to get there, but
Yeah.
let's just start first with. I mean, you got a car coming up and everything like that. Let's talk
Yes,
about
sir.
the what made you set this matchup up. Like I mean, I know. Like, let's just start there because I got a bunch of questions going off of that. So let's start. Let's start there.
Yeah, yo, you sound a little
Yeah, I just I want to, cause I just yeah. Let's just take the temperature for it.
You
Yeah,
know,
go
math
ahead
and
though.
serious, I guess, does that type shit to nigga. I felt the
Right.
same fuck away, trust me. But nah, I mean, it's a battle that we've tried to put together about 3 or 4 times, and every time it went left for a different reason. You know what I'm saying? uh, I guess the longest side of the story is the first time we tried to put it together. Serious Jones ain't even really trust RBE to a degree. He was just like, nah, I don't really fuck with math, and that's y'all homie over there. Like, I ain't gonna set me up. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, yo, this nigga really, really got it out for math to the point where he don't even trust niggas that's around math. Like, we work with math, obviously. So Serious is like, nah, hell nah. And then, you know what I'm saying? Fast forward, we touched base, and then I think he got past that. And then we did the Ill Will battle, you know what I'm saying, earlier this year, February. And he did his thing. He went crazy. People were saying it was one of the best Serious Jones ever. So I followed up with him like, yo, what you think? And he still wasn't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? So then after that, I touched base with him after the Hitman and Bill Collector battle dropped. And when that battle dropped, I sent it to him. I was like, yo, did you see this? And did you see the closure event? And he was like, yeah, I seen it. And I know what you're getting at because it was obvious what I was insinuating. Like, yo, if Hitman and Bill could do it, why don't you think about it? And he was like, yo, give me a couple of days. Let me think about it. And that's the furthest Serious ever got thinking about taking math. That's the furthest he ever got. So then me and Shata was like, oh, shit. It might be good timing right here. And this whole closure theme and vibe that we just created with the Bill Collector and Hitman shit, and that whole card theme like that, niggas might be a little bit more open to it now. So he thought about it and then got back on the phone, started chopping business, and the rest is history. You know what I'm saying? So it's finally gonna happen after all these years. They finally at a point where they can get it done.
You
Finally.
as a league owner, as someone who's had violence and whatnot on the stage before, does this represent a big risk for you?
Absolutely, it is. It is. It's the riskiest battle that we've ever booked. I'd be lying if I said, "Oh, nah, like this ain't no risk at all. This is all nah." You can see in the face off like that shit is not promotion. Like we set them up to do a face off to promote the card in the battle, but the things that they're saying and the emotion that they're showing is real. Like they Math is a little bit more chill. He's a little bit more past it, obviously, because he's the one that threw the punch. Serious Jones got like hate in his blood for fucking Math. Like he don't like Math at all. You could tell, you could see it. You know what I'm saying? So it
The,
definitely is the riskiest battle we've ever booked.
but then,
100%.
okay, if I'm a fan buying a ticket though, are you providing extra security? Like, what is Because if I watch the face off, they kind of going in on each other, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
and
it
part
seemed
three
like
gets
it's
worse. By the time when y'all see the end of part three, y'all gonna say like, "Oh, these niggas is not making it through the battle." That's what y'all gonna say by the time we get to part three, and I and
But
I
see,
totally understand it. I
now
totally
see,
understand it.
my thing
But
is this:
okay,
like being somebody that is flown to like events and stuff. I just don't know if I just got to be honest. I don't know if I personally would be like inclined to like, bro. Like, if I fly out there and something go wrong and I don't see the battle, like I'm gonna be hot. So it's just like this is a
Yeah,
big risk.
but you wouldn't be hotter than RBE. RBE would be the tightest. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
We had let's not mix this up.
Hmm.
You know, I'm a fan first. That's how I started. And then from
Yep.
there I went into blogging. And then from there I started working with a different company. And then after that I launched RBE with my brother. Then we bought Lawrence and everything's been history since then. You know what I'm saying? Like the amount of shit that we have riding on August 31st, like this is a huge financial undertaking, like most of the cars that we do. Nobody has more vested interest in Rare Breed Entertainment. No, not even Serious Jones and Math as far as what they can lose to a degree. You know what I mean? Like they have their own history, but you know,
So
I don't want people to think like we just passive about it because we got a lot of shit to lose too.
Go ahead, Polo. Go ahead.
no, I was getting ready just to piggyback. What's good, LP? It's Polo. What's good?
What's good, Polo? How you, my man?
Ain't shit. I was just getting ready to like just piggyback kind of off what Drizzy said because I'm not gonna lie, in the face off, it looked like Sirius Jones like really fell away. Like it don't even look like he care about battling. Look like he's just trying to get
Yeah.
back. So, and I know that like you RBE is like one of the leagues that's like head to head with all like with URL and stuff like y'all battle back and forth. So like if they end up fighting, this could possibly set y'all back a little bit. You're like not worried about that at all.
We don't make any bookings based on another platform. Like you mentioned URL. Like
No,
we
I
don't
meant like
set.
no. I meant
No, no,
like
no, no, no. But let me answer. I know what you mean, but
okay,
let me just make sure I answer that even
Yeah.
still to the
okay.
statement that we don't set up a card and say if this works or if it don't work, it could knock us less out of contention with somebody that the perception is we're competing with. We don't make any decisions out of competition. If we did, actually no company should run like that. No company should run like that. You should be aware of competitive energy that's out there that might affect your business so that you can make your moves. Every league does that. Like URL does that as well. Like whether y'all understand it or see it or not, they do it 100%. You know what I'm saying?
They
They ask
definitely do.
people for our dates and our matchups and all types of stuff behind the scenes. And we do similar things like just surveying the scene.
Yeah.
But we don't book a battle saying like, damn, if this doesn't go right, then because in all reality, like whoever you think we're competing with, or whether we're your favorite league, your least favorite league, number one, number two, number three, number 20, top 25, that's all like hypothetical dreamland shit anyway. There's no real awards at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all will be pissed at URL because of last night right now, but if they announce something crazy for y'all tomorrow, everybody forget it. That's how the game is. And the same thing has happened with RBE. It's like it's ups, down, ups, down, ups, down. Everybody has ups and downs. They love you to hate you, they love you to hate you. You know what I'm saying? And when
Yeah.
you focus on a battle like this and you start asking questions like that, you gotta remember it's big risk, big reward. You know what I'm saying? Like we could sit quiet or we could sit smaller and just, let's get this little 1SK battle off or whatever and see, this up and come if he could produce a classic and hope that y'all support it up to 250,000 views. Or we could jump out there and say, listen, Math Hoffa and Serious Jones is ready to battle. Let's try to bring it to the fans.
Do you
That's why there's so much uproar
do you
because we're
Is
taking
there?
a risk.
yeah. Go
Go ahead,
ahead,
Tone.
Driz. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Driz.
I was gonna ask. Now I know y'all had the last y'all had closure that was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Are you guys going back to Atlanta just because it was like a good experience with the whole closure thing, or does it just feel a little? Does it feel a little like a little more at peace having them battle in Atlanta than on the East Coast where all their
Nah,
like
that's
pay per
not the
views?
reason why Math and Sirius is in Atlanta.
Okay.
Math and Sirius is in Atlanta because RBE wants to do a card in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'll give further details about that. And Closure
Okay.
wasn't the first card we did in Atlanta. We did the
Yeah.
uh the smaller card, Blood, Sweat, and Tears 6 with Math and
Hmm.
Heavy Half and Cortez and St. Mike and Murder Bad
Okay.
News, that card. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you the thing about Atlanta. And it's not just RBE Atlanta. Like you see leagues in the South. Like I think Gates of Garden did a card in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dre Dennis. You know what I'm saying? You see URL doing a lot of cards in Orlando and in the South, North Carolina, Charlotte, whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of reasons for that. Now for RBE, I could tell you why it benefits us. Number one, weather. Now, if I book a card in November, you know what I'm saying, I start paying all these deposits out and it's going down January 7th or whatever, you know, for those months, I don't know if snow was going to drop on my weekend and fuck my event up. Our very first card ever, very first card ever that we've ever done in New York was snowed out. Literally had battlers fucking plowing out their cars and shit to make it to the event.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So whether doing fall and winter events is always a concern for businesses and leagues. 100%. That's one. Number two, prices. Like what you pay in the South could literally be half. Literally. Then you got the celebrity and the party atmosphere that turns into things like walkthroughs. It turns into like party promotions. It's money that we have access to that we don't really have access to in New York, especially with battle rap. Battle rap is like, it's only like 20% has availability for live events. Like music events is different, but for battle rap events, look at all the venues that we've lost, especially because of Math and Serious Jones situation. We've lost so many venues. Like Drum is one of the few venues of that capacity, like up to like 300 capacity or whatever, that will even host it. Like can't get into SOBs no more. You know what I'm saying? Some of these higher line venues that are like 500, 700, 800 capacity in Manhattan, they will not come close to battle rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me give you the last big factor, because this is very important. This is very important.
Okay.
The last factor is when you're that restricted in New York, to a degree, the venues pick your date instead of the league and the platform picking their date. That's very important. That's huge for us. Whereas when we're in New York, I got to turn around and say, Drum, what can I get? And they say, yo, I could put you on, you know, this next Saturday, 2 months from now, whatever, or I could give you this one right here. That's all I work with you with. That's what I got for you. Whereas in the South, we could pick our own date. I could say, you know what, let me grab this venue for next Saturday, and it's going down. And that flexibility for the dates is so important because there's so much activity. All the battlers moving around, battlers on this card and on that card, or this league has this date and not that date, or you want to jump in real quick, boom, boom, boom. That flexibility that the venues in the South give you, because they're so open to this type of business, opposed to a place like Manhattan and New York, is huge. Because planning is really a big part of our job as event coordinators and platforms. Yeah. So those things add up. Right.
Polo, go ahead. What would you?
No, I was just getting ready to say, because you said that a lot of the venues were, you know, you lost a lot of the venues. You guys lost availability to due to Serious Jones and Math. And I was just saying, like, you're really not worried. I mean, understand you worry, but like, you don't think that could have, like, say they fight again, you don't think that could like set battle rap back? Like, do you have any kind of like stipulation in a contract or anything like that, just in case anything happens? Because I'm just asking this because a lot of people are asking us to ask this.
No, I feel you, and it makes sense for people's minds to go there because it's Math and Serious on the card. Like, it's 100% understandable. So the stipulations in the contract, like, it wasn't started for Math and Serious. Like, it's been in our contracts for a while now. Number one, it's the absolute rule of no physicality, and the artist owns 100% liability for physicality. When you have that type of clause in your contract, that means liability to your opponent, liability to the platform and the company or the league, liability to the fans, liability to the venue. Now, if you really think outside the box, that could be huge exposure. For example, like, you start a mini riot and a fan gets hurt, and your contract says that the liability shifts from RBE to you because we're identified, you pick that up. You could pick up if the venue wants to come at you for that. That's on you too. And let's also talk about legal shit, like armed guards on duty, armed police officers on duty are heavy in the South. Like you don't see them as much in New York as you do in the South. Like, these armed duty on service police officers at a lot of events, you can get arrested for assault. It's not worth it. So those type of clauses are in the RBE contract, as well as you lose your back end if you initiate any physical confrontation that ruins the battle, messes up the event, causes any type of damages to the platform, the venue, or the fans. It's in your contract that you will lose your back end. So when you start really adding things up, you shouldn't sign that contract or take this battle if you don't think you can control yourself. And there's, once again, that risk is there. The same way people's asking us, yo, set up Math and Disaster. If we set that up, it's the same risk. See, it's a gift and a curse. It's like people ask for these battles, but then when somebody steps in and takes the risk, everybody gets so worried, and then we just got to sit in the middle and balance it.
But let's. I mean, let me ask you this then. I mean, would you hypothetically speaking, if what happened with Math and Jones happened to RBE the first time, like when they first battled, would you still see yourself booking this battle later, given that demand is like this?
Well, you got to remember this to answer that question. Look at RBE's true history. When Math threw that punch, he was blackballed. And we believe that he deserved whatever he was going through at that time to not be getting booked or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a Black Eye on battle rap. He made a big mistake. He fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was not good at all to do that man like that. And then RBE was the one that brought him back. We booked him for O-Red on our second card ever at his return battle and said, all right, he missed a bunch of cards. He missed a lot of money. He was blackballed for X amount of time. RBE is going to be the one to say, all right, you paid your debt. Let's bring you back. It's the same thing as standing in front of a judge and getting a sentence. Stood in front of a judge, you got a sentence, you paid your dues, and then RBE said, all right, we want to be the ones to bring you back. The only reason that battle didn't happen is because the week before he got into it with Disaster, though. He was scheduled for O-Red a week after the Disaster punch. So
you saying if that same incident would have happened on your platform first, he had his sentence, and then y'all would have considered bringing him back to the stage?
Yeah, and only because that situation, the way that it could have panned out, especially if we was more involved, we would have tried to stop all the back and forth and the disses as much as we could. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't pan out where it was a situation where he never deserved a second chance. Look, ever since he's punched Serious Jones, he's been on a Million League. He's been on URL how many times? And he threw the punch on URL. They came out and was on Vlad and interviews saying he's banned, but eventually they started booking him again too. So time healed that wound for even URL. And we were the ones to come back and say, we're going to bring him back. You know what I'm saying? So I could understand looking at it and be like, if that was your platform, you know what I'm saying? But it's the same thing that happened with Goods and Gems. Like, people sometimes don't pay attention to the words that I said in that blog. I said for the immediate future, Goods is banned from RBE. We can't book him. And I said clearly in the blog, I said, because we can't send a message that you could punch somebody on a Saturday, apologize on a Wednesday, and then be booked next month for a big check versus God knows who. That's what I said. And then behind the scenes, me and Goods was like texting sarcastically about it. He texted me, I don't want to be on your platform anyway. I text him back, all right, it's all good. I'll see you soon, my nigga. And everything's been cool. You know what I'm saying? So if Goods makes his way back, we did what we said. Like, we couldn't book him right away after that. You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, ARP, I get the part of, okay, we're not gonna have him back on our platform right away. I get that. But my thing is, like, do you feel like it serves as great of a purpose to the battler to where I could smack the hell out of somebody on KOTD and then go get a big check on URL? Like, do you think there need to be some sort of unison on stuff like that?
Oh yeah. I said that in the blog too. And remember, I said going forward from the time that I made that video, I said going forward, if somebody like hooks off on somebody the way it happened on RBE in that situation with Goods and Gems, I said if that happens on another platform, then we're gonna stay away from you as well. You know what I'm saying? But here's the catch to that. The catch to that is leagues and platforms won't unify like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna back my words, you know what I'm saying, from other platforms, because they run their own business, and some are over competitive to the point where it's like, oh well, if they don't book you anymore, now we just have more access to working with you exclusively. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, like I put that blog out there and I said, I was like, yo, going forward after that incident, if somebody else was to hook off on somebody on another platform, RBE will honor it and be like, yo, we probably can't book them either, like, because it just hurts the culture so much. And then I saw league owners come out after my blog saying like, well, we don't got nothing to do with that. We don't have nothing to do with what happened with that situation on RBE. So you're asking the wrong people. Don't ask me. Right. Don't ask me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's league owners on camera in interviews saying, yeah, I seen a punch on the internet, but that don't got nothing to do with me. So you asking the wrong person that question.
Let me ask you this. Do you ever feel like guys use, do you ever feel used? Like, do you feel like guys just kind of use your platform as a stepping stone to get to like URL or anything like that?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Nah. And I'll tell you why.
Because I'm not gonna lie, you be like, when dudes do bad, like, you get them back hot. I'm not, like, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
When niggas
Yeah.
like really need to get this shit together,
Every
they go to RBE
everybody.
and get the looks, get the battles, and get
Yeah,
hot.
that's a fact. You got Matt
Yeah.
Hot, you got Ill Will Hot again, you got
JC,
Cap,
O-Red.
Yeah, but
So
I look at it from a different perspective. Instead,
Okay.
I love our strength. That I love what we've built as a platform and what we could do for people. Like it's no secret. URL is a bigger and a better league than everybody else. Not just RBE, everybody else. Like I've been saying that for years. I watch their shit. Sometimes I buy their cards. Like I don't have that corny shit that's putting on that type of act, and that's just, I don't watch their battles.
That's
or,
a perception.
Nah, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a perception. Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate
no,
that.
well, but I never
so you
created
know.
that perception. I never put that out there. Like there's some owners that I listen to even trip up on their words, like stumble about to mention like Mook and fucking Verb and then catch themselves. I don't do that corny shit. You know what I'm saying? I just tweeted about the first round of O-Red versus John the other day. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my piece of the American pie. I don't need to hate on the next entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my piece of the American pie and then some. You know what I'm saying? And still gaining more and more success the harder and harder I work. So I don't be hating on the next man at all, and I don't be putting on a fake facade for nobody. You know what I'm saying? But as far as battlers coming to RBE and getting hot, there's battlers that come to other platforms and get like people say both sides. Like I see people all the way back to 2014, 2015. Oh, you don't have your own battlers. That was a narrative in
that's
2014,
the big. I mean, that's the big
2015.
knock. It's still
Still a
thing.
big question.
It still
Yeah,
comes
but
up.
people once again first of all, we're a platform, we're not a league because nobody really operates like a league. URL started trying to operate like a league out of business effectiveness. But we've always said a platform since 2013 when we've announced.
Yeah, you bet.
You know what I'm saying?
There's old interview of us talking about you guys being a platform and not a league, and still, even still, I mean,
don't get it twisted. But don't get it twisted.
But
even though we move as a platform, there are a lot of battlers that have come through RBE and built their profiles on Rare Breed Entertainment and built their classics on Rare Breed Entertainment, or got their biggest paydays on Rare Breed Entertainment, or had their best performances on Rare Breed Entertainment. So all that little back and forth chatter, to me, it's the type of chatter that you go through regardless of whether you're running a company or not. There's always going to be some type of critics, people that be objective, people that will compare you to this platform, and that's actually good for us. You know, if we're in those discussions, that means that we're doing something right. So as far as battlers getting hot on RBE, yeah, I've seen it the other way around too. I've seen battlers call, and you'd be surprised how many battlers call us. Like people don't notice. They don't know if battler XYZ that was hot on let's say King of the Dot or URL called ARP and said, "Yo, I love your platform. I need to get on that shit." They don't know that shit. Like we don't put that out there. That happens a million times. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know those conversations. But if you get hot and go anywhere, you're doing what we've been preaching since day one. We're not going to be hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? Like when Jims has these crazy battles with or these crazy opponents with Sirius Jones and Cortez and Averb and all the names that he has on RBE, and then he turns around and then URL calls him for Tech 9. Or King of the Dot calls him for DNA and Math and Loso, we support him. There's no hypocrisy in the same thing with Oops. Oops has his biggest battle, his viral moments, his best performance ever, and all that shit on RBE. His profile built up on RBE. You know what I'm saying? But then he'll text me like, "Yo, I was just at this URL event last month," and Beasley walks up to me and asks me, "What's up with me?" And I hope that they do book him because he deserves it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing you see him on King of the Dot.
So you don't view it as competition in that way necessarily. So then,
nah.
So, but I mean, on some level, there has to be there's some competitive part of this, right? I mean, you guys drop trailers sometimes when there's an event. You know what I'm saying going on? You drop your trailer. I saw that. They'll do the same thing to you. So obviously, there's a little bit of jockeying for position.
There's
right?
some of it. It's not jockeying for position because they're number one. You know what I'm saying? So we're not jockeying for number one. We jockey for our piece of the pie no matter who's outside. You know what I'm saying? But we still do it with respect. We still keep certain respect lines. That goes for every league. Like King of the Dot had an event like earlier this year. And damn, what battle was it we was about to drop? It might have been Hitman and Bill Collector, and we put a trailer out. Hitman and Bill Collector dropping Saturday. And then I almost forgot, like, oh shit. King of the Dots event is this Saturday, and we pushed our shit back, even though we put a trailer out telling the fans this is when it's dropped. We pushed it back. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with this Math and Serious face off. People's beating down my door for part 2. You know what I'm saying? We was like, yo, we could drop it Friday, we could drop it Saturday. But there's another event going on. You know, they got a budget that they trying to make up. You know, like I said, I already got my piece of the American pie. Like, we keep certain respect lines. There's always going to be perception, like things that the fans and media actually drum up that the leagues actually didn't. There's going to be real pettiness out there. There's going to be real competition out there. And you got everything in between. You know what I'm saying? So for RBE, I could only speak for our platform. Well, the way we are with every platform, we've been on the same dates as other leagues, King of the Dot, URL, whether intentional or not. I've been told times where, there's going to be a summer madness on both sides, a weekend before and a weekend after of your event. And we still do us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been through all of that, all the way back to the old days where people used to troll Facebook posts. You know, shout out to Beasley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, but on the RBE side, we just kept respect lines. We've been working hard and consistent for over 6 years, and we just keep certain respect lines because it's just our character, and we do us as a platform. And every time, you know, these type of comparisons come up, we understand that we get it, but it also means that we're doing something right.
ARP, has there been any change just in terms of the business aspect, as far as like, okay, you see URL, they're not really dropping the main battles on YouTube like that. They not really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They doing the app and pay-per-views. Y'all do the pay-per-views and YouTube. Has there been, since like you guys are like the main league as far as for like YouTube right now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all bringing us that real street content that we grew up to love, you know? So do you feel like there's been like an uptick in like the YouTube, like view wise, because y'all like the main, you know what I'm saying, the main shit on YouTube now, or is it just kind of been the same?
I don't see that. I don't see that yet. I don't see that yet. I think if you do see an uptick like that, you'll probably see it in a little bit more time. You need a little bit more of a sample size for that. Maybe like a full year or 2. You know what I'm saying? And everything factors into that. You know, our frequency period factors into that. All the platforms, including URL, and how much they're releasing and what type of battles they're releasing and how big those main events is or anticipated battles are that are released. All of that factors in. It really just boils down to supply and demand and all the fans getting a fill. You know what I'm saying? So I think you need a bigger sample size for that. But as far as our business strategy for our releases, you know, we don't have any plans on changing anything just yet. You know, if we get into something else or venture into something else, a different platform to host our battles, or for YouTube, that'll be a different story. But right now, we don't have that plan.
Yeah. So okay, let's address this because so you have the newest card out, right? Now you got Rosenberg Raw back on RBE, so that's dope.
Shit.
So how I thought it was I thought before there was a little disagreement there. So getting Raw on here, and then you got Emerson Kennedy here, I think for the first time. So how did you lock them in on the card? And do you feel like the card is important? Because I'm gonna be honest, there's some people out there saying that they don't feel like this, like, okay, Math and Serious, but they don't see the importance of the bottom, like the matchups under that. Like they don't get it. It seems random to people. So
So the first question, I had to pull it up on YouTube myself. Rosenberg Raw versus Heavy Hab. May 15th, 2016 is when it dropped. So that's how long ago this battle dropped. Over 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time Raw was on RBE. We've been good since like 7 months after that battle drop is when we probably got on the phone and hashed things out and was cool. So this whole time behind the scenes, me and Raw has been cool. We just never made a battle happen. And for a large portion of that time, he was like semi-retired. I think like after he battled Ness or something like that, like he was saying that he's retired and he wasn't fucking. Matter of fact, he's got interviews earlier this year when he was going back and forth with Bill Collector, saying reasons why he fell back. Like he just didn't like the type of styles and everything. He felt like his style was underappreciated in the game, and he kind of was like retired a little bit. So we finally made something work out. So, you know, even though people's like, oh, the last time I heard of RBE and Rosenberg Raw, there was some beef or whatever.
Yeah.
That was back in 2016, and we've been cool for a while. We just didn't get a battle done, period. You know what I'm saying? So It's, you know, it's just behind the scenes shit that people don't get a chance to see.
Okay. Yeah.
As far as the rest of the card,
Right.
you know, it's just about trying something new. You know, even the style of the card, like I don't see it, you know, pearly gates. I don't see it lift his soul or nothing like that. We wanted to try like a new rollout. You know what I'm saying? Like that boxing type style. Like let's get a mega event or a mega battle that a lot of people would anticipate it, hated or love it, like a math and a serious. Let's put it out there. Let's promote it like that, and let's make sure that we give a very, very good, talented undercard. It doesn't have to be a classic card. It doesn't have to be through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Like once again, it's RBE in RBE's lane, and people sometimes forget what they asked for. You know what I mean? It's like you want the platforms to be different. You know what I'm saying? And then we put a nice mix of like a RBE matchup style there for you, and then they forget. They forget because sometimes fans get a little spoiled. You get a little spoiled by other platforms, and we're not other platforms, or you might even get a little spoiled from RBE. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the type of trend that we've been on for the last year, since last August. You know what I'm saying? And the type of cars we've been doing, especially that Pearly Gate series where it's like all top tiers and everything like that. But you don't always have to do that. The same way
Well,
back in I think it was between the Hollow and Math card, which was February, and Closure, which was May. Between there, when we did Blood, Sweat, and Tier 6, that was us coming down. That main event was only Math Hoffa versus Heavy Half.
mm-hmm.
The co-main event underneath that was like Ill Will versus Scotty. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a big card, but that was just RBE being RBE. This is no different. This is no different. And I think sometimes people get a little bit spoiled in their own expectations, and then they just got to be reminded that, you know, we are different, and we do different things. Like we don't have to be consistent with what you're used to seeing. You know, it's just about the matchup for us. It's always been like that. Just about the matchup.
Okay. Polo, go ahead. I think Polo wanted to. Well, okay, all right. While he's getting it together, I think the thing is that you guys fluctuate between card after card. It's like one time y'all have like a big matchups, big, you know what I'm saying, press and everything like that, and then the next one will like be. It's not that, you know what I'm saying. So I think people don't know. Sometimes people don't know what to expect. You know what I mean? Like,
But you know what, Tone? I think that's the fans' fault because like every card. And I remember we had this conversation like years ago because people was doing the same thing to SmackDown. Like every card ain't gonna be Hollow versus Loaded Lux. Like it's a lot of battlers out there, and like it's just I feel like the fans expect every card to see Murder Mook versus Calico or
right.
like
Well, I
that's
mean,
not
once you
really
raise
What?
expectations, though.
Nah,
Yo,
that's a
but that once again, like we're dealing with that right now, even with you asking that question. I
Mm,
said this back in August when we did the Rare Breeds card with Mook's return. I
mm,
said this a year ago. I said, fans, let RBE be RBE. I know they're gonna say, yeah, yeah, we got you, and then we drop a card and they're like, no, 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 no. Where's Jay Mills? Where's Hitman? Where's Hollow? Where's Lux? Where's Surf? I get it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we get into those waters and we raise expectations, you know, it also changes our price bracket. We make more money, or we have bigger eyes on us, like more people outside of battle rap, more celebrity followers and more subscribers and more views. I get it. So you're supposed to take the good with the bad. But at the same time, we are a functioning company. So we also have to look at the landscape and make sure that we still stay true to our core. So the same way you could turn around and see, like, let's say, I don't even want to say
so
names
so.
because then it's gonna sound like a shot. Say
mm.
Battle of XYZ on every single card. You know what I'm saying? Like the fans have to remember to allow some of these other guys, because then y'all will turn that into a complaint. You know what I'm saying? So when we say Rosenberg Raw is battling for the first time in forever, you know what I'm saying? Or Swave Sever, y'all been saying this, a bunch of all these interviews. Where's Swave? Where's Team Hami? There he goes. What's up with the RBE shooters? Well, there goes Oops. There goes Mr. Mills. There goes Jay Murder. So people go back and forth. They don't know what they want sometimes, and that puts the platform in position to say, either way, there's going to be critics to some degree, and there's also going to be support to some degree. So you always have to push forward. Same way people went crazy and flipped their fucking lid when we said, okay, Murder Mook is back and he's taking on Averb. They said, what? They said if it's not Surf or T Top, get it the fuck out of here. Finally,
Yeah,
Mook is
that's a
back
fact.
after 5 years, and y'all gonna give us Averb fresh off of losing a judge battle to Pat Stay,
Yep.
fresh off of
Yep.
having one of the most down segments of his career, where he starts only taking up and comers like E Dots and Twerks and like like, no, like RBE, y'all are wild. Get this shit the fuck out of here. And we stood tall, we went through it, and it was the most impactful battle of 2018. And it was a classic. And it was a great turnout. And look what it did for Verb's career after that. You see what I'm saying? Like that spawned you guys finally after how many 7 years getting Verb and Lux.
Yeah. You probably don't get.
No, it's not probably. It's not probably. It's a definite. It's a definite for multiple reasons. Not just because of the battle rap moment, but because of the actual presence of the business nature of RBE pushing for those things. Like that narrative was 2018. Now, like URL has created great narratives for themselves in 2019 by being successful and being frequent. You know what I'm saying? In 2018, the narrative was opposite. It was, RBE's taking, and we never played to this, but RBE's taking over. RBE does all the battles that the fans really want to see. Boom, boom, boom. And Lux and Verb behind the scenes was a part of that.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Did it
Yeah.
This is did it like affect you guys a little bit when Verb announced, like you guys built Verb up kinda again? I'm not putting that in your mouth. I'm just saying that. But you guys built Verb up again, and then he went and battled Loaded Lux. Did that kind of like put a damper on anything like that?
Nah, not for the sake of the battle happening. You know what I'm saying?
Like from business, because like when that happened,
no, not from a business standpoint or not from a battle rap standpoint. The only hamper that it put was a personal standpoint because of the things that was happening behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? It was a personal standpoint of like, how dare you, do this type of situation. And he probably has, I'm not trying to get into no old shit, but he probably has his feelings towards RBE too. So God bless the man. You know what I'm saying? But from our standpoint, it was personal based on how things were done. You know what I mean? Like we don't like to be left hanging from somebody that we feel like we did a lot for. And when I say left hanging, I mean put in a position where we really could be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like to have our event put in that type of position like that after those circumstances, like going through Mook and everything, that was more personal. You know what I'm saying? So business wise, like, nah, like I watched the battle, I supported it. You know what I mean? There was a time and anybody involved from the other platforms or the other battlers, if anybody keeps it 100, they'll say ARP at the time was advocating for that battle to happen on URL, because I even got a call like, yo, put this tweet out there to push other people's hands. And I was like, cool, because we just went through a negotiation and we declined the number that we got from Lux. And it was like, okay, cool, we'll get on Twitter and we'll try to help it happen on a different platform.
Let me
So
do
this is all
this.
fact. So
Let me do this real quick.
that was only personal fallout. Fallout.
So
Yeah.
wait, you about to? Can I just?
Well,
say real quick?
I just shout out to the 318 in the live. I just want to do that. Shout out to 318 in the live.
Oh yeah, you already
make
know.
sure you
On
follow the
Sunday.
channel and all that good shit, and then follow Rare Breed Entertainment on the YouTube. Polo, go ahead, bro.
Salute August 31st.
Yeah, August 31st. Well, let me ask you a question. Was Verb like when you got Murder Mook to finally agree on a number? Like, who was some of the list of opponents you tried to go after besides Verb?
I'll answer this question, and then that's the last thing for Verb, because let Verb do his career and do his thing.
No, that's
Let RBE do their thing. We're not gonna be tied to each other. Like, you'll watch him versus Lux, and he'll hear RBE bars or whatever, or I'll do an interview and we'll hear Verb questions. We're not gonna be tied to each other. He don't want to hear about ARP and RBE in his battles, and we don't need to hear about Verb in our interviews neither. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a one-off situation. That's over. Nobody cares about it no more. I know it's interesting. It's dramatic. It's a drama, which is always controversy. Always people want to talk about it, hear more about it. But I'll answer that question. Then we definitely got to move off of old school Verb shit like that. We've been way past that. Nobody thinks about that anymore. But the options that we put on the table for Mook and his manager was Math Hoffa and Aver, and we chose to go with Aver. Period.
Okay.
Okay, see,
So
nobody knew that.
So what about I wanted to ask about the 1SK the process there, and I think probably Heavy Half is probably the most successful through that since y'all implemented that. Do you feel like y'all getting the best people to do that, and like what is the process for bringing new guys in? Should we look forward to seeing more people sort of graduate to the main card or what?
Yeah, it's not really a big process. I want to keep it as simple as possible, even though I don't run it. You know what I'm saying? Like Lawrence runs the 1SKs. Like the main card is myself and Shata, and then Lawrence runs the 1SK system. So his process more so has been like dealing with some of the league owners that send him talent. Like I know Peso and No Mercy be in touch with him a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's some leagues in the South that shoot him over footage a lot, and they're like, yo, check this guy out. So he's got his resources, and then people just get at him in general. People that he meets as he's at events and stuff like that. People that hit him up on social media. So, we've been kind of putting pressure on Lawrence to make sure that he's trying his best to find the best of the best that's out there. You know, that's not an easy task. I don't even think I could do that because there's a shitload of talent out there. It doesn't mean that you find it somewhere out there. There's somebody better than Jay-Z and Michael Jordan. We just haven't met him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have seen some guys that maybe didn't deserve the shot in 1SKs, but then I've also seen some very talented guys that definitely deserve to be on some of these big streams because one of the things that I like about the 1SKs is these guys that many fans have never heard on get a chance to be a part of huge situations. Like you got up and comers that are on a card with Murder Mook's return. Somebody that you may have never heard from before on a card with Murder Mook or Math and Serious Jones or Hitman Holla or Hollow the Don. You know what I'm saying? Like that I really like. That's the humility in RBE to say, you know what? These fans is here for this mega event or this mega card or this mega battle or whatever we got booked or coming up. But then when we open up that show, you guys get to see these guys that you never heard of before. You know what I'm saying? So I like what the 1SKs does with that. It's like a humble approach to things.
Okay. So I like the system and what y'all have as far as because I've been actually trying to I think URL should implement what y'all do as far as I think they should have one of the up and comers opening up like a Snake and Ace opening up a big pay-per-view card and give them that exposure. I like the fact that y'all do that. Now the problem is I just don't the guys y'all be having it just like it don't be guys like with a huge like street buzz. Like it just be like dudes we don't hear nothing about. Like do you feel like it's like them being on these pay-per-views is even benefiting them? Like I don't are people like requesting to see them again?
That what you just said, I'm gonna agree with you on. And I kind of started that answer earlier. You know what I'm saying? When I was like, yeah, I have seen some guys. I kept it real with you. I said, I have seen some guys that probably don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we see those updated flyers coming out, that's when I find out who's on the 1SKs. And then I get in the building and me and Shot that we chill out. You know what I mean? We don't even be on the stage and we take a look at the new guys and see how they do. And I've seen some guys that shouldn't have been up there. Like that's me being honest. And like, nah, that is true. Some of those guys shouldn't be up there. And that's where Lawrence got to step his game up. You know what I'm saying? Like there's times when me and Shot the slack.
Yeah.
And if somebody want to call us out for it, we deserve it. And there's other times where we had some brilliant moments. You know what I'm saying? Lawrence is no different. Lawrence is not perfect with the 1SKs, and he's got to do a great job there. You know what I'm saying? Because the simple fact that we're having a conversation right now about the 1SK battles, which is the smallest battles on our upcoming August 31st card, shows that it's starting to be important and people are paying attention.
But
So
I think
because people are paying attention,
I think the system is great, and I actually encourage others. It's just it just got to be better balance. But I think the system is great, and more leagues should implement that. I think that would do, especially with the way like YouTube and all that. With I just feel like everybody's tuning in to see a Math and Hollow, so it do a great justice for up and comer to be able to open up that type of card. You know?
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree. I agree. And the 1SKs has got to continue to build. Got to continue to build. Like Lauren, once again, Lawrence runs that. I don't make any decisions as far as the battle is or the matchups in the 1SKs. Lawrence has to do a good job of looking at guys that maybe even have a small buzz or creating, starting to get a small buzz. And he's looked at that talent. Like he's watched that video. He's seen these guys perform and says, these guys can do some damage if they're put in the ring with certain people or have certain looks. You know, like I hate to see people that take the stage that look like, like I could beat them, and I'm not a rapper.
Right.
Like,
at the same time, I'm sure it got to be difficult because like y'all league owned, like y'all RBE, so like me and Tone and Polo, we get niggas sending us battles all day, every day. So it's like to filter through that and find out who's good, but you got a life outside, and you ain't got time to sit down and watch random videos being sent to you all day, every day, or you're not at every event. So I mean, it's got to be difficult to filter through.
And that's where the person that's running it gotta be good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just
Mhm.
speaking in general now, not even talking about Lawrence in general, because you get so much footage and you know that whole battle rap is life. That ain't my case. Like I got a lot of shit going on every
Yeah,
fucking day of the week. When it's time for RBE to work, that's when I be really trying to focus on battle rap like that. Other than that, I catch things for entertainment, but I can't be involved in the culture all day long and watching footage all day long. You know what I'm saying? I got
facts,
other
fact.
shit to keep these bills paid. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So like at the end of the day, like you can't just take somebody's word and say, yo, put this guy on, or yo, do me a favor, yo, get this guy on, or you can't just bump into somebody and because they shook your hand, you tell them like, yo, I'm gonna get you on RBE or I'm gonna get you on URL or King of the Dot. You can't do that. And I know sometimes that does happen. There's a million favors that happen behind the scenes in battle rap. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get you on
right.
because you XYZ's friend. He's a battler that's on my next card. That happens every fucking card. It's just the fans don't know. We just all gotta do a better job than try to curve in as much real buzzworthy talent as possible, and we ain't exempt for that.
Yeah.
And you said
But
a
I
lot of
think
true
that's
shit.
the because y'all hit it out the park when it come to all right. We're gonna bring O Red back. We're gonna get O Red back lit to the point where he become champion of the year type shit. We're gonna get him back lit. We're gonna get Mad back in position. We're gonna get JC back. Like y'all knock it out the park in those type of situations. I think
Yeah,
the talent development or even just finding that raw talent is the hard part. But I think every league goes through that because like K- KOTD, like I don't like some of they like new cats. Like we don't like.
Well,
I be bombing on them, bro.
yeah,
We was
they
punching
not
on
really
Norb's
it.
P.
Yeah,
Norb's had a like
yeah.
it was like a year and a half where Norb's had all trash PG. Like it happens though. It's just you could just gotta find your niche in it, I guess.
yeah,
Man, the life. I'll say this, man. The life of a platform owner or league owner, it'll take you to hell and back. You got to deal with a lot. You got to make a lot of decisions, and people have very very short memories. People will definitely hone in on your faults or the things that they don't like or the bad a lot. But those are the things that comes with being a successful company. You know what I'm saying? We would have been done in our first year if we didn't go through those type of things. It's
yeah,
all the type of shit that you gotta hear and you gotta go through and you gotta learn from. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of our goods, our bads, the things that we're still growing on, I'm glad that we still here 6+ years later putting on for the fans.
yeah. So
I got.
let
Oh,
me
God.
go ahead, Polo, go ahead. Yeah,
No, I was gonna ask you. I was gonna say, in the future of battle rap, do you see YouTube even like surviving, being that like pay-per-views become like this thing where like everybody have to do? Do you think
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
can survive in the
Of
future of battle rap?
yeah, definitely because number one, YouTube is still probably top three biggest websites in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's still huge. YouTube. The reason why YouTube took such a big hit for battle rap, not necessarily for the entertainment business out there or entertainment industry, but battle rap, because battle rap is such a small niche culture that we heavily relied on that YouTube money. And when all those sponsors started pulling out and we started getting, diminished ads running on our videos, and all of our content started getting striked now and is not monetizable now and all this type of shit because of the type of content. YouTube went left on us like 2 years ago, or a year and a half. Yeah, like 2 years ago probably. And that hurt. So you got a channel that might make, let's say $5,000 a month, started making $1,000 a month. That's a big change because you started depending on that $5,000 a month. Your business financing and budgeting was built around that. Shit, certain people's livelihoods was based around that. But at the same time, YouTube still is so recognizable and so huge. It's like when you want to see a video, you only go to one website. There's a million websites to look at videos, but you go to YouTube. You want to look up something like, yo, when was LeBron James born? You don't go to Yahoo search, you go to Google. You know what I'm saying? YouTube will remain that for at least our lifetime. For at least our lifetime. So even if we produce less money on that platform, the promo engine that it serves of how big of a website it is, we still use it. We still need it. You know what I'm saying? So YouTube for battle rap ain't going nowhere. Really just matters is how much money you need to pull out of the type of content that you release on
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
That's really what it boils down to. So for RBE, our budgeting and our financing doesn't revolve 100% around, our YouTube views, our YouTube money. So for us, we don't take a big hit when YouTube backslides like that. But for some companies, you could almost see the difference. You go 2 years back, they looked much different. Whereas we've grown over our last 2 years.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
budget based on, our own finances and how we move around money and, flip money out of our events and being successful and our own
Right.
money that we put in,
So
not YouTube. So it depends on how you use it, but it's not going nowhere.
yeah, so I mean, okay, so the back to the card is coming up here on the 31st now. I guess so what's the name of the card? That was what I wanted to ask actually.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
I
that
don't
goes back to that little mention earlier. That's once again trying something new.
okay.
So, that started back when me and Math was going back and forth when we announced King Los.
Yeah.
Math was on Champion and he started getting that RBE, like, yo, what are y'all doing? Y'all got King Los and all that shit. Then I did a response blog, saying like, yo, we'll book a one-off card with you and a major, a major matchup with you, and we'll build a business model around it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that people aren't doing in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like battle rap, as far as how it's presented out from a card structure and a rollout and a presentation, it's been the same for like the last 7, 8 years. Like nothing's ever changing to a degree. It's the same business. You have small tweaks as far as creativity, style of card, matchup wise. You got things like URL doing an app. But as far as a card presentation, you know what I'm saying? It's still exactly the same. So we wanted to try it. We said, you know what, that boxing presentation where you really get the main event to be focused on, like the type of light that it deserves and not be too overshadowed by an event name.
Yeah.
Math and Serious Jones, we felt like deserved that. And another
You
reason why we said, you know what, let's come out like that with this card and let's try
right.
that. Let's be the first ones to do it, is because Math and Serious' situation goes outside of battle rap to people that don't follow battle rap. You know what I'm saying? So you got like think about when TMZ covers battle rap. All they gave a fuck about was Math Serious, Math Disaster. They never gave a fuck about nothing else for battle rap. So they know those names. So if we come out and we say RBE presents Pearly Gates Part 4, but we got a battle that goes outside of battle rap because of the controversy, that becomes a good chance to try something different. So it's just RBE being creative to a degree, trying something new. We don't mind stepping out there. People are curious. They scratch their heads. They say, what is
Oh
that?
yeah.
And
Oh
it's
yeah.
because it's never been done before.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
people looking at this. Definitely.
that's what happens.
So
But that's what always happens when you're the first. You got to take if you're gonna jump out there and be the first to something, be prepared to take your licks and take your questions, because people hate change. It's human nature. People veer away from change. You give the people something different, something new. They start, even with URL in the app. Everybody, yes, so many people. I'm not subscription because it's not what you're used to. But somebody's got to take these risks and try new things. And Math and Serious, because it goes outside of battle rap and people know them for that situation, we felt this is the time to try it out.
So the people know. Will there be? I just want you to shout out the, because I know you have we have limited time here. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you giving us this so far. You know what I mean? I think it's been informative.
Appreciate you, old man.
But
Appreciate you.
There's not gonna be any pay-per-view for this? Is there gonna be pay-per-view? What do we
100%.
So okay,
Every event that we do, you could expect pay-per-view every event. So go to Rare Breed.
What are we talking for the pay-per-view there?
Go to rarebreedent.com, pull it up. It's on pre-sale right now for August 31st. The tickets are up there on sale. The pay-per-view is up there on sale. If you purchase your pay-per-view, it automatically includes your VOD. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay politically correct. Like nobody just start throwing around numbers on interviews and nothing like that. Go to rarebreedent.com and check out the tickets and the pay-per-view. It's all up there for y'all, 100% for August 31st.
Okay. Nah, we definitely appreciate you coming up here, you know what I mean?
Likewise.
And everything like that. And
That's a fact.
Tell everybody, make sure we follow. Go ahead and follow the channel. Follow Rare Breed Entertainment. You know what I mean? Go ahead and follow ARP as well. Any other announcements? Any other shout outs you want to give?
Shit, definitely. I would definitely want to give a shout out to everybody that's on the August 31st card. Ill Will, T-Rex, Swave 7 versus Bad News, Oops versus Emerson Kennedy, Jay Murder versus Young Cannon. What else we got? Rosenberg Raw versus Craig Lamar, Mills versus Dre Dennis, the 1SK battles, and of course, Math Hoffa and Sirius Jones coming together, trying to put the situation aside for August 31st to actually give y'all this closure battle. August 31st, it goes down. We in Atlanta. Get your pay-per-view and your tickets at rarebreedent.com. It's going down. RBE presents Math versus Sirius. Appreciate y'all having me up here, too. Yo, let's definitely hop back on the line either right before the event or right after the event to recap. Because some of the stuff that we just talked about, you know, especially how y'all are so nervous about this battle, or how do you feel about contracts and will this be a black eye? Would you have booked this if he? All of that, we're gonna get a chance to really dive deep into that shit once the battle is over. Regardless how it goes. Talk about it. Yeah, regardless how it goes. We praying for the best though. So.
And before you go, man, we gotta see my verse on RBE.
At some point, right? Like
I bumped into my verse in the club, and she gave me a list of people. You know what I'm saying? I gotta hit her up and chop some business. She's down for it. We down for it. We just gotta make it work. Shout out to my verse.
Okay. All right.
All right, no doubt. Ran into her in the club, huh? All right, yeah.
There you go.
Like,
come on, cut it out, man.
I was just saying, like, you didn't have to stunt, like, you could have just said, ran into her, like, you tried to stun on us, like.
It's a fuck up world when you say you ran into somebody in a club and that's a stunt. Niggas be in clubs 7 days a week. Club ain't shit.
You did not have to add the club part. You didn't have to do that.
It was cool. Now, you know what? Once again,
he sent her a bottle of champagne and some.
Once again, you could never fucking win. And no matter what you do, if I would have been like, I bumped into my version, I would have been like, yo, when you bumped into her, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't win no matter what. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I fuck with y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
No doubt, man. No doubt. ARP, take care, bro.
Salute, y'all.
All right. Yo, man. So shout out to ARP Rare Breed Entertainment. Make sure you go and get that pay-per-view August 31st. He will be back here to address questions and things like that. He's in the society, so he can see y'all comments and all that too. So make sure y'all do that. Now we're gonna take a brief intermission.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little intermission.
I'm gonna roll something up and pour something.
What we doing after this, Tom?
Pour something in a cup. And
we doing that Summer Impact.
Yeah. Summer Impact recap with people. That'll be Driz. What do we say? We got people coming up.
Yeah, I got the homies pulling up, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I got my in my opinion homies pulling up, man.
Okay, I hope they pull up, man. I hope they park good, cause great hoodie.
Shout out to Malachi. Shout out to Fat Boy. Shout out to me. Ben.
Yeah, we will be talking, man. Yeah, Mojo.
We definitely will, man. Look, great hoodie Lux.
Yeah, so we getting after it, man. But give it a little intermission,
back in about
man.
20 minutes. Man.
Yeah, we 15, 20. Yeah, we give it that. And y'all be good, man. We up out of here, man. Black Compass Media. Peace.
Yes, sir.